else. I suppose it could. But yeah, titles is what I'm expecting. But yeah, it should be really good. I've been really, really enjoying Evolve. And I think it's really starting to show its value, its worth, with, like, you know, Sean Legacy looking so good on NXT in that Battle Royal, with Swipe Right going on and looking really good on TV as well. It's not going to be long until we get Zayda Steel. Zayda Steel is going to be on that show as well. I've got no doubt she will make appearances, and she is going to be a star for the future. Kylie Armstrong, we're obviously really high on as well. We really like Kylie Armstrong. So, you know, there's lots of talent, lots of great names that are coming through. So I've really been enjoying watching it. I've really been enjoying keeping up with it. I think it's just getting stronger. And if we are going to announce some titles tonight, then that's obviously a big step in the right direction. Right, with that being said, though, I want to jump into the chat and see where people are and what people are talking about, and if people are all right today. Is everyone all right today? Hopefully everyone is. Them easy. I think people know that by now. It's a bit of a challenge to get, like, loads of slides together for that members game. Like, I find that it's a little bit of a challenge to get to, like, 50. It's really hard to get to 70. To do a quiz that's got, like, 70 answers to it is possible, but it is also a bit challenging. So I find it quite easy to get to, like, 50, 55 slides, but it's hard to get to, like, 70, 75. So I find that making the quiz a little tricky and having, like, 55 slides is... I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I know this isn't relevant for now, but I'm wondering whether I need to do the top 2 factions, right? This is probably one for the members stream rather than the Evolve stream. Don't worry, I'm going to move on from this, but whilst it's in my mind, I'm just thinking, I wonder if the 2 factions that scored the highest, I wonder if they should go up against each other for the title next week, and they play one game, winner gets the belt. The other 2 that scored the lowest, they go against each other. They play a different game. The winner of that will then fight for the title next week. So it's not that all 4 are going for the title. It's that you've got the top 2 going for the title. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we'll flesh that out tomorrow. I don't think people are going to want to go for that. But if we was to do that, I could maybe make the games a bit easier because I'd have enough slides then. At the moment, I'm struggling a little bit to do 4 factions with just, like, 50 slides, 55 slides, which is why the questions, or why it's so tricky, you know. So I don't know, maybe that's one we should talk about tomorrow. Not one for now. Seeb said, did you see the Osprey interview? He was saying that WWE is lame and he doesn't watch it. He thinks the in-ring is very low. He would out-wrestle everyone there on his worst day. I didn't see that interview, no. I don't even think I've been tagged in that interview. Odyssey said, you know, The Rock did say he will not wrestle soon in a new email, said Odyssey. Not seen that. Well, I believe it could be out there. I'm not expecting him to wrestle anytime soon. I don't think anyone is. I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect him till WrestleMania next year. I think there's a chance he could show up at SummerSlam, you know? But to be honest, I think he wants to stay out of this story with John and everything, doesn't he? So, let's go down. Days, I don't know when it was posted. Well, that's okay. It could be true, but again, I'm not expecting him to wrestle anytime soon anyway. Trini, hello, shout out to you. Odyssey thinks The Rock is sending him emails. Oh, what? You don't think that, do you, Odyssey? You don't think The Rock's sending you emails, do you, bud? Because, I mean, without knowing you, who you are, your relationship to The Rock, I'm fairly confident he isn't. If that's what's happening. Gotta be careful with that stuff. And honestly, it's better to just say as it is rather than playing around with it, because this is how scams happen, isn't it? This is how scams happen. There are people, I get contacted by people that tell me that they have wrestlers in their DMs. Not all the time, just once in a while. I'm like, oh my God, such and such is just sent me a DM. No, I'm not joking. I get this. I have just spoken to them in their DMs. And clearly it's not them. Clearly it's a scam. And obviously you don't want people getting caught up in that, but this is what people do. This is how they get you. This is how they get people. Jojo said, yeah, don't get scammed from fakes. I know, man. It's terrible. It is a bad, bad problem. It is a bad problem. Nick said, Daze, one of my little animals, I finally got a like from Finn Balor. And it was thanks to TJF. I am well chuffed. Oh, that's great. Nick, shout out to you. That's great. Bailey and Caitlin said, do we think Ryback's going to come back? Or do we think he's too far gone? I think he's too far gone, to be honest, buds. I think that bridges can be mended, but I think, first of all, WWE would want to have those bridges mended. And to be honest, I don't know that there's really a need for Ryback in 2025. He could make a fun appearance in a Rumble, you know? But to be honest, he's kind of gone off on fans a little bit, and he's got his supporters, but there's people that have sort of thrown a bit of shade at him. He's one of those, though, that might work with the casuals, but you've got a very passionate WWE fan base, like in the crowd at the Rumble, just like we saw at WrestleMania. Like, if you're going to spend the kind of money that they're asking for tickets, that is no longer something you take a chance on. You have got to be a pretty big fan to buy tickets to go to the Rumble, go to WrestleMania, because it is so expensive now. And so this is why if Ryback came walking out, I don't know that you would get a positive reaction. He's kind of gone off on a lot of people online. So, yeah, no, I don't see it happening. I certainly don't see it being a run or anything like that. I don't even think WWE would be interested. But would they be interested in a little surprise in the Rumble? Yeah, they probably would if everything was good, if the relationship was good. But he's made comments about WWE since leaving. I think that door is firmly closed, mate. Well, it said, what's up, Ryback? Kyle said, Daze, I hope you're doing well. Does Evolve actually go live? No. Every time I try to watch it, I can't find it on live TV on Tubi. It's not live. It is pre-taped. It is on Tubi, though. It just screens on Tubi, but I'm not the right person to ask about where you go for it on Tubi. I don't know if any of our American friends can just help out, because I watch it on YouTube in the UK on the WWE YouTube channel. I mean, I don't know in America if you click on live on WWE what you've got. Right now, it says Best of WWE Backlash is live. There's a Fatal Fury kickoff little stream that they did 5 days ago. And then before that was Evolve from last week. Then before that was PBR. It's weird, isn't it? They've got this flipping bull riding. PBR, Unleash the Beast, Day 2. PBR, Unleash the Beast, Day 1. And Evolve. And then we've got WrestleMania recap, WrestleMania post-show. So I've got like, it's just in there for me. But for you lot in America, it is on Tubi. VPN is goated for the USA, says A. Jobson. Yeah, that's probably a way to go about it, isn't it? VPN over to the UK. James said, Inter PSG Champions League final. Yeah, I saw that. I'm firmly behind Inter. I always hated PSG because they had all those, I mean, like when their front line was Neymar, Messi, and who was the other person? Neymar, Messi, and who was the other person? Why am I blanking on that? Whoever it was. They had a killer front three, didn't they, a few years ago? And I was like, man, that's moody that they've brought such amazing players. Like, they're just splashing the cash and buying buying their way. And I know everyone buys their way, I understand, but like with PSG, it's like, that's disgusting. That front line is disgusting. And they never won the Champions League, and I was quite pleased about it. Now they've gone with like more youth, and you know, they've got a different direction. They're a much more palatable team. They're a team that I don't feel as passionately against anymore. But I'll still be rooting for Inter. I'll still be rooting for Inter Milan. I usually wait until 8 p.m. Eastern time. Then I click on Evolve and click on today's date when it comes on said boomers for life. Mbappe, that's it. Yeah, I couldn't, honestly, completely gone. Do you know, in my head, I was like, I remember that two of the front had the same first letter in their name. I remember it being like NMN or MNM or something like that. And in my head, I was like, N? What big player starts with N? It was not coming. It was not coming at all. I was like, Neymar, Messi, and I think there's another N. I was like, who else the other one? But it was Mbappe, it's M. It was MNM. You're right. Fake fan. I've been rumbled. Turns out I'm not as big a Paris Saint-Germain fan as I thought. Odyssey said, Seth and The Rock have a lot in common. They both want to sabotage CM Punk. Heelface said, I say, Dr. Street Fight, you can use scalpels and stethoscopes. A Dr. Street Fight. It's easy to watch on Tubi. Why make it complicated and get a VPN and then connect to the UK and bring up YouTube? Well, if it's easy to watch on Tubi, then great news. Great news. I hope more people can join us, honestly, because... Oh, my little thing's not right. I hope more people can join us, because I seriously think this is a really pretty fun show. I mean, I've really enjoyed Kylie Armstrong. I've really enjoyed Sean Legacy. I've really enjoyed Kendal Gray, Wendy Choo, Smiley Kylie Ray. I think we're starting to see that Keanu Carver breaking out. Did you see some of the tweets he sent the other day after those releases? He was kind of coming out with some very interesting tweets, Keanu Carver. Certainly things that were not PG. And people were like, dude, you need to chill out. This is like how people get cut and stuff like that. And he didn't that advice. So I don't know if they've spoke to him, but yeah. I think they're really trying to position him as the face of the men's side for Evolve. Maybe him, maybe Sean Legacy. There's obviously others. People love Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel. You can't ignore him. We've seen a Trill London, but I don't remember loads about Trill London. So, you know, we've definitely seen some others, but those are the names that kind of really stand out to me. But, yeah, honestly, the more I watch it, the more I'm enjoying it, the more it's kind of growing on me, the more I'm like, people are like, why do you watch it? Why do you, you know, it's not rubbish, but like, it's quite far down the ladder. And I'm like, yeah, but it's good. Genuinely, like, I think it's good. And obviously tonight we've got a announcement, but I don't know what it is. But we are theorizing that it is going to be related to... I'm just trying to set my thing up. Related to... I need to change this. I have my little reaction thing, and I'm just trying to find where I set it up for Evolve, and I'm really struggling with that. Yeah, I need to change that. This is too much faffage. There it was. Yeah, so we should get a big announcement tonight, and I'm thinking, as we said, it's going to be about titles. Dr. Leech Lala said, give us belts, damn it. Legacy Stan said heel face. Yeah, massively. I thought he was okay first time I saw him, and then about 2 weeks ago he stood out, and then yesterday on NXT I was like, yeah, man, wow, in that Battle Royal he looked great. It'd be really good if it was like an hour long, said Rare Breeds. I think they could get away with being an hour long, but yeah, I wouldn't want any more than that. I sort of feel like the 40 odd minutes that we get, they normally get like 3 matches in there, some promos, maybe like some graphics advertising what's coming next week. And do you know what I mean? Like, it just goes so quickly. And you get to see some good action, and genuinely, I think it's solid. I think it's a really entertaining, solid 45 minutes. So, yeah, they could go to an hour, an extra 15 minutes. I'd have no qualms with that, but I definitely wouldn't go beyond that. I'm not campaigning for like a 2-hour Evolve show at the moment. But I wish WWE would do something like The Rock beating Cody in Chicago, said Odyssey. Yeah, that's when he did beat him down with the belt and everything. That was such a good moment, wasn't it? So we were definitely looking for stuff like that on the road to WrestleMania, and unfortunately, we didn't find it. We couldn't find anything like that. I think the closest we got to anything like that was probably Damian and Drew, and fighting on that windscreen, and Drew saying he had something in his eye. That's probably the closest we ever got to like a backstage brawl like that on the road to WrestleMania. Kyle said, Daze community, what do you guys think the huge announcement will be? Well, I think we're all in a similar boat, thinking it's going to be championships tournament, which if that is the case, then that's going to really set up the next few weeks of Evolve, because that means that we're going to be able to get our teeth into a tournament, you know? We're going to be able to get our teeth into loads of matches. I hope it's not just next week's going to be a fatal 4-way. I hope it is a tournament, because I would actually like the next month or so to matter with first round matches, second round matches, quarterfinal, semi-final. I'd stretch it out. I mean, there's really not much need or benefit in just going, we'll crown the champ next week. Because once the belt is in and, you know, you can get to that point, you might as well stretch it out as long as you can, really. I'd have it huge tournament. I'd put in some more lower level NXT stars, the kind of people you just see once in a while, you know? I would have some more lower level NXT stars. Maybe people like that Cutler from Dark State. Put him in, and, you know, just have a few other names kind of floating around. Maybe a Tavian Heights, who we don't see, you know, we see him on a fairly regular basis, but he's not really got going yet on NXT. I'd probably put some of them in and mix them in with like all the ID talent and, you know, anyone that's around the Performance Center. Just make it like 32 names, 32 down to 16, down to 8, down to 4, down to 2. Crown the champion, do it, spread it over a month, if not longer. Really make these shows matter. Because that is the criticism, really, is that everything we've watched so far has done a good job of introducing us to the talent. And there's been a few little storylines. We obviously know Swipe Right, Zayda Steel, you know, that Vanity Project. They've spent a bit of time trying to get them over as being annoying. They've spent a little bit of time on the whole Keanu Carver and... what's that other guy's name? It's probably not a good sign, is it? The guy that goes out with... Does he go out with Thea Hale now? Where's Eyeliner? And... I can't remember his name. Well, they've spent a bit of time trying to build up both of those, and you can see that one has resonated with me more than the other at the moment. Keanu Carver is the one that really stands out to me. Harlem Lewis, that's it. Thank you, Rare Breeds. Harlem Lewis. The names will get in there. They're still just a little bit loose. But yeah, like they've just spent time building those up, building up Callie Armstrong, building up, you know, the kind of Kylie Ray, Wendy Choo situation, you know, just things like that, really. But like now, if we could actually get tournaments going and have like matches actually matter because someone's going to progress and someone's going to be eliminated, that could be really fun to dig into that for a month or so. Nick said, I'm enjoying LFG. I find it very interesting. It's a great look at the early stages of the developmental process and how some people are learning about the business. Yeah, I honestly, that has gone on longer than I was expecting. I really thought that I was just going to catch up with that after, say, 6-8 weeks. I don't know how many weeks it's been going now, but I feel like it's well past 6. And so I was just waiting for it to end so that then I could just blast the episodes. But this thing keeps going and going and going. And I'm like, okay. All of a sudden now I'm like, do I need to start this thing now? Because it's going to take me a while to catch up now, isn't it? So I actually don't know how long it's kind of scheduled for. I'm guessing it must be kind of reaching its conclusion. Whoever comes out of that thing as a winner, if there is a winner, I'm guessing there is a winner. I've got to think there's a winner. Whoever comes out of that, they're going to have some good momentum. I mean, I feel like that girl, I could be wrong, but I've seen a lot of hype around that. What's her name? Bailey Humphrey. I've seen quite a bit of hype around her. I feel like she... Is it Tyra May Steele as well? She was the Olympian. I feel like one of them is going to get it. So I don't know anything about the show. I'm just telling you from afar, as an outsider, the buzz that I'm seeing around people, I think I would go that Bailey Humphrey. I think I'd go with Bailey Humphrey as winning it for the girls. Again, even if there is a winner, I haven't watched the show, but I'm guessing there is. There normally is. Bailey Humphrey and maybe Shiloh Hill. I think they really like Shiloh. I mean, you saw what they did for him in that Battle Royal. So I think Shiloh Hill, but I know that BJ Ray guy has been getting a lot of moments. So maybe he would be in the mix as well. But if I was to pick two, I'd say Bailey Humphrey and Shiloh Hill. It's nothing groundbreaking, said James, but it is a fun watch. I thought the Cross documentary was a bit of a snooze. Worth watching, though, said Heelface. Yeah, we touched on that the other day. There's a brilliant clip that's done the rounds today, actually, of Carrion, which is going to be in Unseen. And it is of him cutting a promo before he had really made it, and sending it in onto the Taz show. And it's great. Taz is running a competition to try and find like who can cut the best promo, and Carrion actually enters. And someone's tagged me in the footage for that, so I've got that in my folder. I only very quickly put it in, to be honest. I like Chris Island, said Ford Gaming. The Bloodsport stuff was cool, said Heelface. Boomers for Life said, I like Coffee Jones. Swipe right, Wendy, Choo. They're my top 3 for now, but card is subject to change. That's good. Daze, hope you're doing well. Having a good day. I enjoyed Unseen. I thought NXT was okay this week. I'm going to see Thunderbolts next week, which I am so excited for. What's that? Friday Does Not Mess Up. Is that a film or is that a band? Please respond. I'm not joking. I genuinely don't know what that is, by the way. I'm guessing I'm going to see Thunderbolts is a film. I'm guessing film. Steve said, Daze, how do we feel about Cena being out of character off TV? The party before Mania, he was friendly with fans. Now, last, he was being nice when he was on the inside the NBA. Well, I don't know about the party thing with fans. I mean, I think for me, if you're in character, so him being on the NBA doesn't bother me. I saw that clip, not bothered by that. I think that he has got other projects that he's promoting. I don't know what he was there for, but yeah, him being on that show and being John Cena, but not in character. He's wearing a suit. I mean, he wasn't in like his shirt, and I don't even know if he was there to promote WWE or promote a film. I mean, this is the problem you've got now, is that a lot of the wrestlers and the big names are obviously got multiple projects, so they can't be moody and everything all the time, because, you know, when they're trying to promote a film, they can't be like laying into the fans having to go at them. So wrestling has evolved, and it's in a very different place than where it was. And I think that there's people that are very much struggling to kind of move with it. And I don't think I'm struggling with that, to be honest. I think I'm pretty grounded. I'm pretty good. I sort of feel like these are not the wrestlers that we had in the 90s. This is not like Bret Hart and, you know, Shawn Michaels and whatever, in the sense of they did wrestling and they didn't really do anything else. Not aware of Shawn doing movies or TV shows. I think Bret did Lonesome Dove for a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, now you've got The Rock doing what he's doing. You've got John Cena going off doing what he's doing. Roman's had a little dabble in films. And then you've got Terramana Popatui, and you've got Liv Morgan going off doing a film now. Apparently Drew McIntyre might be lined up for something. So when they're promoting these other projects, they can't be heels because they want to sell products. They want people to go and see their films. So, yeah, I mean, like, the character has to end at some point. The character is not a 24/7 thing. This is not the era of Dead Man Undertaker anymore. So wrestling has evolved. It's had to evolve. I think the world has gone through a massive change with smartphones and internet and all of that stuff. And as we said, you know, the world has had to move on. Wrestling has had to move on. But it does seem to be something that some fans are struggling with. Nick said, I think you should apply sofa guy. You could live stream as the show goes on air and 60 million people would watch Evolve. Mate, I would do that. If anyone from Evolve is watching, if you need me to stand in the VIP area and not get involved, just stand there, and when one of the wrestlers is like, can you pass me a water? I'd be like, yes, sir. And I will pass them a water, right? And I will do it like an English butler, yeah? Like one of those, like Jeeves from Ask Jeeves. I will stand there, yeah, with my English mannerisms, yeah. They teach you this at primary school when you go to primary school over here, yeah. There's a class system in the UK, and I know my role, and it's, you know, being a butler, serving. That's I can come into this is what I'm built for. I'm English. This is what we do. So I am ready. I'm ready. This is why I'm so appalled at the work that Couch Girl does. Do you know what I mean? That is someone that is spitting in the face of service. And I just think that we need to put a higher value on service and more dignity, more refinement. Instead, she's that girl, yeah, and I hope she's watching, street trash. Yeah, street trash. It's street trash acting like it's regal, yeah? Acting like it's got manners and it's prim and it's proper and it's doing the job to the best of their ability. That's not what I witnessed with Couch Girl. I'm livid about her. I can't stand her. She's maybe the person I hate most in the world. So I'm ready. If anyone in Evolve is watching, give me a call. Trini said, when you see Henry Cavill walking down the street, you don't expect him to tear his shirt off and then fly up into the sky. Why would we expect Cena to be a bad guy in real life? There are some girls that I think, and guys that think when they see Henry Cavill walk out, they're probably hoping he's going to rip the shirt off. They're probably hoping that he's going to do that and then fly away. Or just rip the shirt off and then sweep them off their feet. But you're right, it's probably not going to happen. They had Couch Girls on Girls Gone Wild, said Corey. Well, she's gone wild. She's a girl gone wild. Because she's certainly not doing the job. Blue World Sonic said, Daze, welcome. Welcome. Today is very tough. My uncle has passed away. Oh, Blue World Sonic, I'm really sorry to hear that, buds. I'm really sorry to hear that. That sucks. That is just awful news. We do get this, unfortunately, quite a bit in the community where people have days like this. So I'm really sorry to hear that, buds. I kind of want to ask a little bit about it, but I don't want to ask about it. I could understand, like, you wanting to just be like, can we focus on something else? But like, yeah, so I'm really sorry to hear that. He had a stroke, did he? Was it? I was going to out. No, I'm going to shut up. Blue Will, Sonic, I'm so sorry, my friends. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Really sorry for your loss, said Boomers for Life. Yeah, people sending in their condolences. There's just nothing you can say, is there? I mean, like, there's just nothing you can say. Rare Breed said condolences for you and your family. Thoughts with you, Blue Will Sonic Bud. Thoughts with you. Rob said couches are so important. They made a documentary about a black leather one. Did they? I mean, I've seen lots of mini documentaries that involve a black leather one. Camera footage, you know, like real life kind of, you know what I mean? People going for job interviews. But I've never, I've not seen like anything longer than that. Thank you, everyone, for sending the prayers, said Blue Will Sonic. Blue Will Sonic, shout out to you, buds. Corey said, that sucks. My granddad had some strokes before he died in 2007. Steve said, Daze, personally for you, do we think WWE will remain a part of your life for entirety, or do you think there'll be something that will make you stop watching? I honestly don't know. I mean, all I can say is that I've been avid supporter, watcher, not always been able to watch every show. It's just not possible. Well, it probably is possible, but not when I was working in retail for 15 years. You know, there was lots of disruption with Raws and SmackDowns in particular. PLEs, I always tried to find a way of either watching live or recording or, you know, catching up with it. But there's plenty of Raws from back in the day where I'd wake up on a Tuesday after Raw had aired and I would read a review. I mean, there was some times where I would wake up and I would read what had happened, go to work, and then try and come back and catch up with the show, or sometimes watch like reviews about the show and see what people were saying about the show. So, I mean, but the problem is I can't remember the weeks that I did that, the weeks that I watched. Like, it makes it a bit difficult, really, to kind of know, oh, yeah, and I never watched that show. I need to go back to that one to actually see it. I mean, I still kept up with everything, so. But it's just hard, isn't it? I mean, like, everyone's juggling life, and, you know, it's difficult. It's hard. It's as a result of me getting to this stage in my life, being 21, and being, you know, a supporter of WWE and enjoying WWE for over 21 years. I just am a big fan. I can't see me going away. I mean, I suppose if TKO take it in some wacky direction, I mean, there's things I'm not a fan of, as you know. I'm not a fan of seeing the ticket prices going up and up and up. I'm not a fan of, like, the celebrities getting more and more involved. I'm not a fan of all the sponsors that are on the ring and all the faff. I mean, I get that they have to make money, and I get that wrestling moves forwards, but I don't know. It's one of those where they put sponsors in the ring, and you sort of see a reaction of, oh, it's all right. It doesn't bother me. And it's like, yeah, but it's not going to stop there. Do you know what I mean? You're accepting that, but that's not where this stops. And we knew that when we got the Prime bottle in the ring. As soon as that Prime bottle appeared, it wasn't just about that it was Prime. And it wasn't just about that like it's Prime and it's in the middle of the ring and it's going to be it wasn't just about that. It was about the fact of, if you accept this, if there is not a major backlash to this, it is going to get worse. And we knew that at the time. And here we are not that long later, and now you've got God knows how many sponsors in the ring, one in each corner, one like against that rope, over that side, something else in the middle. No longer is it black and white. Now we're starting to get colour coming in. Turnbuckle pads have been butchered as well. And it's like, I don't know where this goes. I don't know where this is going to continue to go. But because the Prime bottle, there was no major backlash to it, apart from a little bit of moaning online. They ran with it. They've now expanded it. I don't know. This feels like a runaway train now. We saw the very worst of it, didn't we, at WrestleMania? We saw the very worst of it at WrestleMania, where we had people coming down in costumes that were themed to games and Clash of Clans. And, you know, we were joking about Dude Wipes were sponsoring. If they got a mascot, it turns out they did. And he was there. He was in the crowd. There is a Dude Wipes mascot, and he was in the crowd, dancing around in the crowd. And you're like, this is just not the direction that I was looking for wrestling to go. But, you know, that was always going to be difficult, wasn't it? Because when TKO only care about money. They only care about money. They, of course, want fans to be happy because they want fans to stick around so they can make more money, right? But at its core, this is now about money. And it's to a degree, it's always been about money. Let's not be naive and say that Vince was doing it for the love of the game. It's always been about money, but at least Vince had some limits. Vince could have had sponsors in the ring years ago. Actively was turning it down because he thought it made the ring look messy. Doesn't that just blow your mind that TKO are doing stuff that Vince thought was not a good idea? Vince thought, I'm not going to make the ring look messy. I could make money, and you know how much Vince McMahon loves money, yeah? You know how much he loves money. Oh, he loves it. He loves it so much. And even he was like, no, that's too far. Even he was like, oh, no, I couldn't do that. Oh, Jesus, no. And here's TKO going, oh, my God. Do you want your logo in the ring? No problem. Do you want it on the turnbuckle? No problem. Do you want it on the ring? But no problem. Do you want it on my boob? Have it on my boob. I'll show it off during the board meetings. At the TKO board meetings, I'll get my boob out and it'll have your flipping logo on it. Do you want that? Do you want my wife? I'll sell you my wife. Do you want my child's? Firstborn, secondborn, have them both. 2 for 1. Money, money, money. It is really just... I'd imagine TKO executives just walk around like that superstore and they're just like, right, guys, how can we make this more expensive? Can we add an extra... could we charge an extra £2 on the T-shirts? Oh my God, look at the amount of people that are around those mugs. And they're only £15. Make them 20. Make them 20. Make them 20. That's too cheap. Make them 20. Towels are doing all right. We'll get an extra couple of quid off those. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a look and see what you bought, please? How much was the teddy? Really? Make that 25 now. 25. It's just that, innit? It's just, oh, God. So, I don't know. TKO, doing TKO things. It's fine at the moment. I'm nowhere near close to walking away. Not even remotely close. But, I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in the future, do you? You never know if it's going to get seedier. And I mean, think about it. If like they go through a period where like the wrestlers are just largely celebrities, sponsors everywhere, ad breaks all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like the more we continue to move away from like Vince, the more that TKO take control. We've already seen WrestleMania 41, and what if that's nothing compared to what it's going to be like in 10 years' time? Do you know what I mean? Just loads of ads and oh God. But no, I don't think that it's ever going to get that bad. Hopefully, you know, the fans will stand up and push back. If it continues to go down these roads, hopefully 41 is as bad as it's going to get for a long time. But it's hard to say that there'd be anything that would make me walk away. There hasn't been anything that's done that since I got into it in like 92. Corey, shout out to you. Boomers for Life said it's true. I didn't care it was on the ring. It was just something was on. I heard that Vince would never have done that. Yeah, I think he had a bit of like OCD or something. I think he was very much like things nice and clean. Like, you know, he was if you sneezed around him, he would have a go at you. You know, he was not. I think he had a bit of OCD about him. So about the ring being nice and clean, I heard that, and I don't know how true this was, but I heard that at big events like WrestleMania, stuff like that, every match, once it had ended, they'd take the canvas off, and actually they stacked canvases on top of each other. So whatever happened after the match, canvas removed, another canvas underneath, ready, crisp, clean, pristine, perfect for the next match, which I could believe, actually. I could believe. And actually, they probably should do that anyway, because for tops, because first of all, it doesn't affect anything. There's no problem with that, right? And also for tops, that gives them more canvas to cut, rather than there just being one canvas that every match wrestled on. You've got one canvas per match then. So I could totally believe that's true. But again, I think it just reinforces that Vince didn't want the canvases getting dirty and that looked distracting on TV. I don't know when he started doing that. If you go back to the Attitude Era, you might find that wasn't the case. But I think we moved into that as time went by. And yeah, I think he was a bit of a clean freak. As I said, he certainly didn't like sneezing. Mackenzie said, I've got an open day with a potential job. Ah, well done. Look at this. It's not, a little bit of positive news doing the rounds in the community is always welcome. So best of luck, buds. James said, Mania 60 main event will be the Dude Wipe versus the Prime Bottle. I mean, it's disappointing because it's probably true. It's disappointing because that probably is the direction we're going, yes. I still do not have Evolve, and I can't remember if it ever normally shows itself by now, but it is not here at the moment, so hopefully that's going to pop up in the next 15 minutes. Randy was mad at Triple H and WWE because of those ticket prices, said Odyssey. Good. Heelface said sponsored moves next. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. Rhea Ripley with the Riptide, brought to you by M&M's. Oh my god, look at this. The Razor's Edge from Damian Priest. Of course, sponsored by Snickers, and that is gonna put him away. Yeah. I would not put that past them. Just quickly mentioning that finishing move is sponsored, but I would not put that past them, mate. Do you remember when Austin Theory came walking out and his Titantron in the background was the Beyblades ad? I'm not even making that up. Not even making it. The Titantron, rather than it saying Austin Theory, rather than it having his graphics or anything like that, his music hit, and as he walked to the ring, they played a Beyblades ad on the Titantron as he walked to the ring. And I remember us going, what have they done? What have they done? What are they doing? And what have they done? This better not be the future. This better not be where we're going. Thankfully, someone, somewhere went, no, we can't do that. I remember that, said James. It was a few years, it wasn't that long ago, was it? But it was like 3 years ago now. And that horrified us. Oh, if only we knew. If only we knew where we were going. Big Time said, Daze, with Jakara, how difficult is it for next in-line athletes to land back on their feet after being released? That's a great question. Say they want to stay in profession, you may not have any clue about how the indies work. Well, there will be contacts, won't there? I mean, she will have worked with others that have been released. Like, she was released in a class. So if she's been good friends with Cora, Riley, Blair Davenport, you know, these people are released as well. She can always hit them up, get advice. I'm sure, to be honest with you, WWE, I don't think are going to wish her any ill will. So, you know, when you get your release, I don't know if you have like Sean's number or a trainer's number or something like that, right? You might have a contact or someone at the PC. I can't imagine if you called up Matt Bloom or if you called up, trying to think, Norman Smiley or Terry Taylor, any of the trainers that they've got there. I can't imagine that if you've got their number or you've got access to them, or maybe they would even contact you. Yeah. Maybe they would even go, I'm so sorry to hear the news. From what I've heard, it's nothing personal or whatever it might be. If you want to stay and you're a bit lost, you can always hit them up, can't you, as well? They're going to know how it works. They're going to know of contacts. It's a good question, because I would imagine a lot of that does actually go on behind the scenes. But if you've been released with some others, I mean, I don't know about you. If I was released from NXT and others were released at the same time, I'd be hitting them up like, should we meet up? Should we go for a drink? Should we have a talk about, what we were told, where it's going? I'd hit up everyone else. So, if I was in NXT, I'd be hitting up Cora Jade. I'd be hitting up Riley Osborne. I'd be hitting up Oro Mensah. I'd be like, listen, we're gonna meet up at such and such. Do you want to come and join us? We're gonna talk about like what's happened, what's next, kind of, regroup, see if we can put our brains together. And so I think you've got that. Of course, you're going to have friends in NXT that are going to have knowledge of that. I mean, Chikara's going to have a good friend, probably in Roxanne. Probably going to have a good friend with maybe Booker. I mean, Booker's got reality of wrestling. If anyone that has got a promotion, you're going to be like, if you get anything, can you call me, yeah? So, like, they might be able to get in with Booker. Booker might know some others. You got Gabe Sapolsky, who runs Evolve. He's going to know people. So, it's a big web, isn't it? It's a big web. It's not going to be that you get cut and you just like, oh my God, I don't know anything, right? It's all kind of interconnected, and people know people, and it's like that in life, isn't it? It's not what you know, it's who you know sometimes. So I think on that front, they would be okay. I think the bigger thing, the point you make, though, is if you come into NXT as a professional wrestler and you came from the indies, you can always go back to the indies. If you come in from next in line and you've never done the indies, well, then that's hard, isn't it? It's hard because you can't go back to doing what you was doing before, because I think you must have reached a bit of a dead end. If you was going to be a football player, and you could have been, I would imagine you would have stuck with it. So I've got to think that door is now closed. The wrestling door is not closed, but, can you get interest from some of the other companies? Can you get in with TNA? Can you get in with AEW? If not, then can you make a living on the indies? Do you even want to do that? You might look at it and go, it was WWE or nothing for me. And you make a really good point, because where do you go next? If you was going to be a football player and that door closed, then you went to WWE next in line, that door closed. No interest from AEW, no interest from TNA. You don't fancy moving to New Japan or Mexico or anything like that, which I could understand. Really, your options are you either work the indie scene or you got to get a new profession. You got to get a new job, which, if you're 25 and you've never done anything other than be an athlete, what do you do? I mean, you just get a job, don't you? I guess you work in flipping teaching, or you work in... I mean, Tucker's gone into teaching. Even people that made it to the main roster sometimes leave and just get real jobs, So I think you get into teaching, you get into like being an estate agent, things along those lines. Maybe a mechanic or whatever, running a bar. Depends how much money you made. Depends how good you was with your money. I don't think NXT talent get paid loads. It used to be, if you got signed to a performance center contract, you was on about 25 grand a year, which ain't loads. It's good, but it's not kind of, I think, what you might expect for wrestlers. So 25 grand. I don't know what it was if you then started getting used on NXT. I know that the entry level for the main roster was $250,000, which I've heard might have even gone up now. So if you go up to the main roster, it's $250,000 a year. So I think a lot of the PC talent will be on maybe 30 grand a year now, 35, 40. I have no idea. It was 25 years ago. it's obviously going to have gone up. What the likes of Julia's on and Stephanie, no idea. It would be above that. Of course it would. But there's clearly a budget. That they've got to try and hit. And then if you go to the main roster, it used to be $250,000. I mean, these are obviously very, very rough numbers. In what, $250,000, like, do you know what I mean? It's just a rough outline. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much money you're going to have got if you only was in NXT. You've got to pay your bills and all that sort of stuff, food and everything, rent or whatever. And I don't know that you're left with like as much money to play with after as what you might think at the NXT level. Obviously, you need to be getting used on NXT a lot. They need to see a lot in you. You really start making money when you get to the main roster. But I bet if you've been in NXT for a while and you're being used on TV on a regular basis, like a Fallon Henley, a JC Jane, I mean, I bet they're on some pretty decent money. I'd imagine they brought Stephanie in on a big wage. I'd imagine they brought Julia in on a big wage. But then you go up and, you're into the hundreds of thousands when you're in the main roster. So I don't know. It depends how much you got put aside as to what you go on to do. But it's an interesting one, isn't it? What do you do if you was a next in-line talent? Big Time said also, if you get injured or break a leg or a bone on the indies, then that's your responsibility. Chris Bay broke his neck on TNA. He had to set up a GoFundMe to get money for surgery. Very true. Yeah. It's, you do have to weigh that up as well. I mean, it's obviously here in the UK, we don't have that. You pay your national insurance and you're just covered. So, it is mind-blowing that you have to do that in America. The wealthiest country in the world, and that's the kind of healthcare system you've got is mental. In my opinion, I know it's a political thing. To be honest, though, I don't know that on that topic there's too much pushback. I know there's people that would go about it a different way, and there's like different proposals. But I mean, it does seem pretty crazy that you are in America, the richest country in the world, and you've got people having to do GoFundMes to raise their medical bills, when there's no other developed nation that has to do that, I don't know. It seems crazy to me, but you do you, America. You do you. We've spoke about that before, actually. It's come up before because of injuries. I think there's pros and cons to it. I think the quality of the medical attention in America is very high. I think you get, really good hospitals, really well-trained doctors, like really good NHS, our waiting times are quite long and the doctors are great. Everyone's lovely. Everyone loves the NHS over here, but everyone knows that it's a bit broke as well, because like the waiting times are just so bad. And like sometimes you can wait a while for an ambulance and whatever, and it's like clearly it's not quite working as it should. It's not in a great place. But people love it over here. People are always like, protect the NHS. So I sort of feel like there's probably something you can take from that. But I think there's something you can take from the American system as well. And maybe there's like a better way forwards. Don't know. Right. I still don't have Evolve. Chokeslam by Kane, brought to you by Dawn's dishwashing liquid. Let's go. Do it for Dawn. 4 minutes left to go, said Porky Pig. Yeah, I still don't have a flipping thing set up. Where is Evolve? I don't see it, said Craig. I don't see it either. Keanu is better than Harlem and Mojo Rowley, says Frankie. It's up now. People are saying it's up. They are running this really flipping close to this. I don't remember it being like this before. I don't remember it being a case where we had to literally wait for it to start before we went to it. But, well, here we are. Evolve. You could do with getting your live stream up a bit earlier. But being a dual citizen means I've experienced both in Trinidad. We've got free healthcare. When I go to the US, I have to pay for it. It's crazy because Trinidad is 3 billion less funded than the US. Yeah. Well, it's a big conversation, isn't it? It's one that's been had many, many times. And I don't know. The moral of the story is I feel sorry for those wrestlers that obviously are doing a profession where injury is pretty much unavoidable. And then, of course, you find yourself in a situation where you have to do GoFundMes and stuff like that. And I think it's a good point. You absolutely would have to weigh that up if you was going to go onto the indie scene. Super Kicks brought to you by Colgate, says Corey. Have I missed out, said Zach. You haven't missed nothing, buds, because you haven't even got the flipping thing set up yet. I still don't have it. I'm worried. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I don't like that feeling. I mean, as soon as it starts, I'm guessing the feed will just get sent. CM Punk knows that well, says Odyssey. We're already watching it, said Dr. Lucha. Shut up! I'm going to be watching it in a second. It's going to be so good because we got a big announcement. And it's going to be so good. It's going to be about belts. But they're just making me wait at the moment. Actually, it adds to the excitement. Because there is a risk that it might not show up. And that's exciting. So stop looking at it as a negative when it's actually a positive. Yeah. It's actually really good that it's not set up yet. I wouldn't change a thing. Although it is now, like, literally time for it to start. And it's still not quite there. They forgot to upload it. I'm watching it on Tubi, but I've paused it for you, said Rare Breeds. Thank you, Rare Breeds. That is very kind. You might need to keep that pause on for a little while because for some reason WWE are deciding that for lols to just keep us waiting. Sonny, hello. A. Jobson said, I haven't got it either. Oh my God. Nightmare said, I've been watching it for a few minutes now. Well, good for you. Daze, that wasn't accurate. Chris Bay didn't break his neck. It was on TNA. It was on an indie show. If he'd have broke his neck on TNA, would they have chipped in? Was it like unfortunate that it was on a indie show and not on TNA? Brock just returned. You've got to scroll over to the latest episodes. I mean, I can't do that. I don't have a way of scrolling over, unless you're talking about Tubi. Come on, WWE, why are you being boomers? Someone press the button. Brock's the announcement. Yeah, they have paid for other. Oh, God, that sucks, doesn't it? That sucks. So he got it on an indie show, but had he have suffered it on TNA, it might have been covered. Ugh. I can only find last week and the week prior said take 1990. Same here, but same here. Is this how you treat your fans? TKO. Yeah, I'm blaming TKO. Yeah. Oh, please watch. Please watch. We're going to charge you really high ticket prices. We're going to make you look at all these sponsors. But please watch. And here's us going, okay, we'll still watch, but please be gentle with us. That's us. We're like, please be gentle. And TKO like, please watch, please watch. Now give us money. And now here we are. And they can't even be bothered to put the show up. What the? AE-dub, 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 AE-dub. Yeah. I'm going to directly send a message. Hi, Triple H. I'm not sure if you're aware, but international Evolve fans can't currently watch the show because it isn't showing on the WWE. Is it up yet? I need it. I need it as well. It's still not there. Not sure if you're aware, but international Evolve fans can't currently watch the show. It's not on the WWE YouTube channel. Hope you're well, by the way. Don't let Dwayne bully you. Love days. Right, I've sent that. Hopefully he'll receive that and he will get on it. I'm sure like that, and he'll be like, I won't. Okay, yeah. Hello, John. Can you get Evolve up, please, on YouTube? Someone's not pressed the button. Yeah, cheers. All right, love you. Yeah, bye. So, we've just got to wait. We've just got to wait. Fire stick problem solved. Guys, hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it, guys. It's, we could guess, couldn't we, as to what they're doing? I wonder what they're doing. I wonder if Hulk Hogan is going to be part of the announcement. I wonder if his Real American Freestyle Wrestling is now going to be featured on Evolve. I wonder if that's the announcement. I wonder if the announcement is that Hulk Hogan is no longer racist. That would be so lovely. That would be lovely. Come on. That's the announcement we deserve. Isn't it? Come on. That's the announcement we deserve. That would be lovely. I would love having the golden era back, so I don't have to feel ashamed whenever I go back and watch it. That would be nice. What if AEW are going to be part of this Evolve tournament? That would be good, wouldn't it? So we're going to try and crown a new Evolve champion. We're going to use next in line. We're going to use WWE ID, and we're also going to include Ospreay, Moxley, Jericho. We're going to use like the AEW guys as well. And that would be good. That would be good. That'll bring eyes. That'll bring eyes to the product. James said, yeah, I'll never swear again. There we go. Hogan, it's worth doing it for that. James will never swear again. God, he's taking his time. I sent him a message ages ago, Triple H. Sent him a message like 5 minutes ago. Probably more like 2. But he ain't done nothing about it yet. Perhaps he's out. Perhaps he's, do you know what I mean? Perhaps he's, is there like a, what day is it? It's Wednesday. There's no new films that come out, or there's no new video game. Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't out, is it? He might, oh my God, did you see that trailer, by the way? Dudes, looks good. Very, very impressive. I thought the graphics looked great. My brother wants to buy a PlayStation 5 just to play that game. And I'm sure he's not alone. I want it, says Connor. Yeah, I'm sure he's not alone. Triple H is probably at his daughter's softball game. Yeah, part-timer. He did that before, didn't he? Sin Cara's on Evolve. Oh, my God. It's all happening. Grand Theft Auto 6 does look sick, says Brony. It does, yes. I was watching that trailer and I was like, mate, this looks so close to, like, reality. It's not quite there, but it does look very good. I was like, could you imagine if you go to strip clubs? Jesus, honestly, imagine that. Go in the strip clubs in a game like that. Imagine, is it going to be in VR? Can you go in VR? Oh my god! Imagine oh my god! Imagine Grand Theft Auto in VR, and you're like, oh, cheers, here it goes again. And you're walking down the street and everything. You're like, hijacking cars. And that's going to be GTA 7, isn't it? GTA's out next year, said Joshua. It is. But good things are worth waiting for. That's what we've learned today about Evolve. Good things are worth waiting for. I think I'm a Zayda Steel fan, said Brony. PSVR2 lap dance. Yeah. Let's go. Wyatt's before GTA 6. Oh, it's going to be close, isn't it? GTA 7 is going to come out before 6. Evolve isn't as good as it could be without Sin Cara. I think this week's Evolve's a little bit lacking, to be honest. I'm just not getting into it. I'm struggling with this week's episodes. It's not grabbing me as much as previous episodes. Do you know what? I'm finding there's a lot less wrestling on this week's episode. I don't know if you're finding that. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm finding there's a lot less wrestling than what I remember, and a lot less talking as well. Just a lot less show, I would say. A lot less show. There's a brawl that's breaking out, said Brian. Couch cut. Well, do you know what? If she's on the show, I'm all right with missing it. But I'm giving up. I'm going to watch some anime. I'm not going to be switching to AEW, said Gareth. Gareth, I understand. 9 minutes is Gareth's limit. If it's not here after 9 minutes, done. Gareth is gone. I don't know how long I'm going to give it, but we are going to have to start turning our attention to the idea of walking away with tears in our eyes. But I ain't quitting. I'll tell you now, I ain't going anywhere for at least the next 10 minutes. You've got me for 10 minutes. Can I just say, how amazing is it that WWE announced that this week's Evolve has a major announcement, right? Told you a week in advance. Promoted it, I believe, on NXT as well. Put out little social media things. Really built. And then they don't actually make the show available to watch for international audience. International audience. Guys, you need to see this. It is going to be it's going to be the biggest thing we've ever done. You have to tune in. It's going to be insane. This is going to blow. It's going to change the landscape of wrestling. You need to tune in. Also, lol, international audiences. We're not too worried about you. Is this got something to do with the tariffs? Do I need to pay a tariff to view this? Is this a tariff situation? It's because it's been, oh God, America, when are you going to treat the rest of the world right? What's going on? What is going on? We seem to have really upset you. I would like to be the first to say I am so sorry. I don't know what I've done wrong, but I would like to say I'm sorry, right? Because I actually want to watch a product that you make. I want to sit here and I want to enjoy a show that comes from your wonderful land. But I can't because I'm awful, because I'm not American. I suck. I'm the worst. I'm a disgrace. Do you know what? I probably deserve this. Thinking about it, I probably deserve this. Because it was my fault for not being American. It was my fault. I should have been an American. And that is on me. I just don't know. I don't have words. We'll never know. Coach said, I'm not even watching Evolve. I'm just going to watch it because you can't. I'm not even an Evolve fan, but I'm just going to watch it because you can't. Well, thank you. Thank you, my friends. I mean, I've done literally everything I can. I've done everything I can. I've sent a message to Triple H. Has Ari Emanuel actually got... has TKO got one? Can we send one to TKO? Oh my God, they have. They flipping have. I'll send them a message. Guys, I got this. Hi, TKO. I'm sure you're busy pushing up ticket prices. But can you look into the fact Evolve isn't showing on YouTube for international audiences? Apparently, there's a huge announcement this week, and it would be lovely to find out what that is. Don't let Triple H bully you. Lots of love. Thanks. There we go. I thought I'd better say that because I said it to Triple H. Don't let TKO bully you. I thought I'd balance it out, you know. I thought I'd balance it out. So that's good. Yeah, that'll fix that. That'll fix that. I've got in touch with Triple H. I've got in touch with TKO, and yeah, someone will be on it. I used to like Triple H until he completely ignored me for the past at least 10 minutes now. I thought he was a man of the people. Turns out no. Dr. Luchalala said this Evolve is pretty good so far. Heelface said the big announcement was Evolve was released in the draft. The big announcement is we're no longer going to cater to international audiences. It was just, they decided this week to do that, and so that's why we didn't actually get to see it. So, lol. So, yeah, there we go. That is, that's pretty wild, isn't it? Am I doing something wrong? I mean, like, is there a button I have to press? Is there a doorbell? What do I have to do? How do I, what? I mean, like, normally it's just there. I mean, right now they're showing the best of Backlash. Do you think you can't show two streams at the same time? So, have they moved it to like WWE Vault or something? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys, because you know me, I like to be straight up honest. I'm going to keep it 100. This is going to make it harder to stream Evolve going forwards if it is not going to be shown on... if it's not going to be shown, that is a challenge. I'm down for trying to overcome these issues. But that is going to be a challenge. Still not there, says James. There's a secret code in order to watch, says Kyle. I don't know. Do you have to chant USA several times or something? Is Evolve pulling a triple T? Yeah, perhaps it's gone to a musical. Didn't consider that. Did not consider that. Brony said, just watch Evolve. It's not that hard. Yeah. I could watch last week. I wonder if they're maybe changing it. I wonder if once it's aired on Tubi, it's then going to get chucked up. Perhaps they're doing this because they hate specifically me. This is actually aimed at me. It's literally like, oh, that dude that airs at the same time does that little watch-along thing. Can't stand him. Here's what we'll do, right? We'll do the Tubi thing live, and then we'll put the video up after. Yeah. How'd you like that? How'd you like that, British guy? You don't, do you? Not really. This makes my night, says Corey. Well, I'm glad. This is like a Wyatt 6 glitch. Maybe this is like a Dark State stunt, said Mr. B. Tony said, wait, you can't see Evolve. How about the other wrestling show? There's another wrestling show that's on at the same time. What, Backlash? Best of Backlash? I've seen Backlash. I've probably seen all the clips that are in there, to be honest. You should message Stevie Turner. She's the Prime Minister of Evolve. Oh, yeah, but I don't know that... That's a good point, actually. But I don't know that she is in charge of, like, the production truck and that side of things. Has she sent a message out, though? Oh, no. Some incredible members of the Evolve roster. Is it just us talking about it? Does anyone else watch Evolve? Does anyone else watch the show? Or is it literally just us? This is a nightmare. This is a disaster. I feel like I've been betrayed by my Evolve family. I'm going to tell the truth right now. I don't feel like a valued member of the Evolve family right now. Evolve. I mean, like, last week they got 112,000 views, week before 115,000, week before 102, 114, 126, 130, 147, 177. Their first week was 348,000 views. I mean, the views are not, like, mind-blowing, but still, you could upload it. You know? Perhaps they're thinking, genuinely, the best of Backlash is going to do better views. Do you think they're thinking that? Do you think they've actually done this on purpose? And they're thinking, we're doing a best of Backlash marathon, and we don't want to end it because that is actually going to do better views? No, they can't. This isn't how you build a fan base. Is it? I can't find Evolve. It's not on WWE, said Zach. No. Someone's live streaming it on Discords. This is disrespectful to the Gallus boys. Sean Legacy reminds me of Buddy Matthews, said Brony. Why not reload YouTube? See if I keep doing that, but keep coming off it, reloading it, all that. If it was there, other people in the community would obviously let us know as well. I don't think this is going to be happening today, is it? Let's just do the best of Backlash stream instead, says Max. But I need to see Evolve because there's a big announcement. I mean, it would be lovely to sit here and just watch the Backlash marathon, but like, this is actually meant of all the weeks. I mean, it would have sucked if this had happened on week 1, but of all the weeks, you've flipping done this on the week where there's a huge announcement. Tony Storm is now coming out on Evolve. Oh my God. Are they... I really think, honestly, that this Backlash stream has got in the way. I think they've started this stream. I think whoever runs it... I wonder if this is being done by... But... Wasn't there a WrestleMania stream? Why are they doing a Best of Backlash stream right now on YouTube? Did they do a Best of WrestleMania? You would think they probably did. You would think they probably did, but I don't remember one. I don't remember any streams getting in the way. Oh my God. You absolute boomers. Coach Co said, I've sent you something interesting on Twitter. Well, thank you. But if it's any spoilers, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Finley said, RIP on the mic. I'm back again. I'm on the back wheel. Me and the boys are going grafting. We're creeping through. Finley, are you okay? Have you had a stroke? What's happening? What's going on? Finley. Nick says, OMG, Project X have invaded. Tony said, no, the show that rhymes with Dynamite. I think you might remember having a good time streaming it. I certainly don't remember having a good time streaming it. Jay said, this announcement is massive. What are your thoughts? I love it. I flipping love it, mate. It's not what we expected, but I think this is what we needed. And actually, it's good to be swerved once in a while. Keeps us on our toes. Keeps us nimble, doesn't it? Do you know, it's so easy to do a stream where you're sitting watching a show talking about what you're watching. It's a lot more challenging to do a stream where there is no show. That's more challenging. Yeah. And we are rising to that challenge right now. Look at us. We're basically eagles. That's what we are. We're soaring high, flying like a bird. Oh. The announcement is that the real big gold belt is coming back, said David. Bret Hart said, book it with your imagination. Okay. So we're probably going to start off with a bra and panties match. And we are going to have the whole women's division. Not just of Evolve, but of every wrestling company. Yeah. And then there's going to be like some mud on the outsides. I don't know why. Maybe not actually chocolate. Make it chocolate. That's better, isn't it? That's better. So we'll have like a river of chocolate on the around the outsides. And maybe like Otis could be there with a spoon being like, don't mind me. And he's kind of like eating it as the girls are like fighting in the ring. And some are falling out into the chocolate and it's getting splashed around and everything. I would probably do that for about 40 minutes. Then, with the final 5 minutes, make the announcement. And the announcement is going to be that we are bringing back Lars Sullivan. We're going to bring Lars Sullivan back. Lars Sullivan, and I don't know why he ended up going. I don't know what he was guilty of, but we're going to bring him back. In fact, we're going to bring back anyone that was that did anything wrong. We're bringing back Ryback. We're bringing back Velveteen Dream. We're bringing back who else? Odyssey Jones. We're just going to bring back anyone that's been associated with anything remotely shady. And we're going to do that as a way of just sort of distracting from any forthcoming Vince news. Any forthcoming Vince news, we're just going to distract it by bringing back a load of wrong-uns. So I'd probably do that. And then I'd be like, see you next week. And that would be it. And I really think there would be a lot of conversation amongst wrestling fans if we did that. If people are trying to the Dream return, Velveteen Dream, get Velveteen Dream back. Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, Odyssey Jones, Riddle, Ryback, Enzo Amore. Who else? I can't even remember why certain people left, to be honest, but we'll just bring them all back. And actually, they're all under a cloth. And we, in that 5-minute segment, we just raise the cloth up. And we just reintroduce all these characters. as the crowd kind of stand there going, what are they doing? What are they doing like this? And we're going, this is the most bonkers thing I've ever seen. Yeah. And every time a cloth comes up, I'd go, ta-da! Like that. And there would be so much conversation, and it would be wild, honestly. It would be one of the most memorable WWE shows ever. But of course, we'd do the 40-minute chocolate bra and panties match first. Ask the Backlash Live why there's no Evolve. Oh, are they talking about it, actually? That's interesting. Where is Okay, I just put in where is Evolve. Oh, I don't really want to ruin their fun, though, you know? I don't blame the fans that are enjoying watching this. It's calling it, though, actually. I do have it on. That set is great with the ribs kind of looking at it. It's so good. Actually, this is sick. This is better. Kane is making his way down. Kane. Triple H, look at Steph with the kind of crimped hair. Hi. Hi, Kieran. It's Kane. This is sick. Evolve is the friends. Finley said Evolve are the friends we made along the way. Aren't they just? Mate, we'll keep rolling. This is the best. Yes. It's going to be a slobber knocker. I don't even know if Evolve's on anymore. We've abandoned it. Dead man walking. Look at that. He's managed to drive his bike around the ring without crashing into the front row. What a legend. Dead Man Inc. Harry, hello. Shout out to you. Biker Taker. Look at this, Kane. And it's great, isn't it? With those swinging away in the background. And you got Undertaker and Kane. Look at the attitudes. Belt off. Fucking hell. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Rolling. We said Backlash is really cool because it is the show after WrestleMania. So you obviously have a lot of those kind of feuds and everything that kind of lead on, or, you know, you kind of pick up a few new feuds. So if you ever want to know kind of what happened after WrestleMania, whatever, Backlash is normally you go to, innit? So we've got the Brothers of Destruction. Austin, Triple H, BN Drake. This takes Unseen to a different level, doesn't it? Doesn't it just? Yeah, well, Unseen is going to be the whole episode of Evolve. Guys, here's something you might not have seen. Here's Evolve. This week's flipping Evolve, which is now half an hour late, and I don't know when we're going to get going. Hello to everyone that is, we've got our community over in their community. I mean, it's hard to be down, though. I mean, it is great seeing this Backlash. Look at this. Triple H, Stone Cold, Brothers of Destruction. Daze, maybe Hunter is still mad at you for what you said about his booking of Mania. Trashing Gunther's fight this Saturday has punished you for deleting tonight's show. It could be. It could. I probably deserve it. Daze The Rock just showed up. And guys, I'm watching Evolve right now, and you are not going to believe it. Triple H and Stone Cold are about to take on the Brothers of Destruction. This is sick. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, Big Shot coming in. What year is this? Is this going to be like 01, 02? Stone Cold's trying to get in the ring. Two-man power trip. Brothers of Destruction. Epic, said V85. Blue Will Sonic said, it's nice to see some old school WWF. Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold, Triple H. Calvin said it's 01. Blue Will Sonic said it's 02. It's got to be after 17, said Brian. That'd be 01, yeah. I think it's 01. If I was playing our faction game, I'd go 01. Shots coming in by the Brothers of Destruction. And again, bang. Shot there by Undertaker. Stone Cold goes down again. Kane with Triple H. Smashing him to the ring steps. Stone Cold down. I like Stone Cold's knee braces in red. Someone just yelled, whip his effing ass. Yeah, I mean, it's typical chaos at the moment with Triple H and Kane. Mate, we're watching this. We're watching this. Evolve, I don't even know if Evolve is going to do a poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. Right, we're locked in. I'm locked into this match now. I ain't leaving. You thought you could screw me over, did you, WWE? Well, joke's on you. I'm just watching something else you've put on previously. Let's get the main text. Brothers versus two-man. Right now, we've got... chucking him down. The thing on Twitter is no spoiler from me. Bye-bye, said Coach Co. Well, thank you, Coach Co, but I fear that I will be getting tagged in spoilers, so I don't want to look. So no offense, but it's not a folder I want to open. Mackenzie said Triple H hasn't replied because of the match. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. He's wrestling. Good point. Dude's got his hands full at the moment. He's flipping in there with Kane. Heyman's on commentary. Going against ropes. Big knee there by Triple H. Stephanie on the outside. Look at those shots. Look at her. Look at her. She's only about 12 there. Right now, we got Kane in the corner. Triple H working on the arm. Can see Kane's arm is all bandaged up. Lovely energy in the crowd, isn't there? Like a really good vibe. Shots coming in there by Kane. Again, working on that arm. Against the ropes goes Triple H. Goes for a clothesline. Oh, lovely clothesline there by Kane. Triple H goes down. I like Steph with her hair all crinkly. Looks good. Oh, that's good there by Austin. Austin gets... That was good. He got in the ring, went to Undertaker, saw Undertaker, went back into the corner as and is pleading with him. Undertaker. Go on, dead man. Oh, God, it's so good to see him back. I've missed him. I didn't realise how much I'd missed Undertaker until watching this return match. Shot coming in there by Stone Cold, and again, Stone Cold did that so well as Undertaker was coming over, and he was like trying to get out there. James said Cena, Evolve has turned into Cena. We can't see it. That's Evolve right now. Back elbow there by Undertaker. Smashing Stone Cold into the corner, going over the other side. I mean, part of me is wondering if they'll put it on. I don't think you can do two streams at the same time. So they need this stream to end. So I wonder if this is going to be their last match or what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Perhaps they're just going to upload it as a video. But if you're going to upload it as a video, why didn't you do that? They haven't done that, have they? They haven't uploaded it as a video, have they? Someone check. Someone check. Stone Cold down, Undertaker going over. I can do a yellow stream and a brown stream at the same time. Well done. Shot coming in, big boot there by the dead man. Probably be at 2, said Gareth. I don't know. I really don't know. Do you know, if they put a message out saying, we're so sorry, we'll start it for international audience at 2, no problem. I'll stick around for 20 minutes, no problem. But I just don't know. I might be sat here till next week. Tag being made. I do love how they're so scared of Undertaker. Stone Cold tags in Triple H. He immediately jumps to the outside as Undertaker comes walking over. Undertaker turns around. Triple H gets in, trying to jump him from behind, but no joy. Right now he finds himself in the corner with the dead man, reversed. Big boot. Lovely. Lovely. There's a lovely pace, lovely energy. Crowd are really into this. I mean, we're still in Attitude Era at this point, of course. Oh, he's going old school, mate. He's going old school. He's going old school. Going on the ropes. Bang! Comes down. That's such a great move. Picks him up. Oh, I thought he was going to tombstone. Did you see how effortlessly he had Stone Cold then? He didn't pick him up and like, oh, he had him like, gee, he's going old school again. He's done once, Triple H, bang, comes down, and then a clothesline. Triple H goes to the outside, Stone Cold flops out the ring. We need to get Stephanie around there. Stephanie you need to check on your guy. Do something, Steph. Do something. That's it. Go on. Go on. Why is she looking so lost? She should be... I like how she's looking intimidated, though, as Kane jumps out the ring. Clothesline to the back. She should have been straight round there. If Macho Man had gone to the outside in the golden era, Miss Elizabeth would have been right round. Right now, Stone Cold thrown back into the ring. Kane getting in the ring. Undertaker, big boot to the midsection. He's looking to pick him up. Oh, Triple H nails Undertaker. Right now, Stone Cold, shot to the back. Undertaker goes back to the corner. Kicks coming in there by Triple H and Stone Cold. And again, stomping away. Undertaker down in the corner. Another boot coming in. So the momentum of this one has shifted. Can't take your eyes off Steph. Sonny said, would you like a one-card tarot pill? Go on, then. Go on. I Am Famous said, Daze, Paxley's husband and Harlem Lewis versus Gallus will be in Evolve this week and next week, even though the episodes are taped before they got released. Yeah, we do see that sometimes. I remember Isla Dawn getting released, and then she appeared on the Speed thing. She had a Speed match like a few days after she got... So it happens with these tape shows. Bang! Collides into Undertaker. Daze will not watch Evolve tonight, says Corey. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll go to my grave never knowing what this huge announcement was. I'll never know. It's not even as if I can turn it off and catch up. I don't have Tubi. There is... it's not on Tubi over here until they actually upload it. There's nothing I can do. We were all excited as well, weren't we? I woke up this morning, I was like, so excited. It was like WrestleMania day. It was like, oh, it's finally here. The major announcement. What's it gonna be? Now I'll never know. I mean, at least Tony Khan had the decency to actually announce something. We might have criticised him, but at least he had the decency to actually put on a show. Even if the announcement was underwhelming, at least he made one. But no. Flipping Evolve. Shot coming in by Undertaker, back elbows. Look at the American badass. Let's go. Triple H against the ropes. Over the other side. Picks. Oh, I thought he was going to go pedigree. But a face buster instead. Undertaker over the other side. Into a DDT. Into a DDT. Triple H down. Undertaker down. Kane on the outsides. That's the best version of Kane. Kane's other mask was nowhere near as good as this version of Kane. What's he doing? He doesn't want to make the tag. Stone Cold. Nails Undertaker. Austin with a shot there to Kane. Kane trying to get in the ring. He throws in a shot. He nails Stone Cold's. Stone Cold, though. Thez press. Shots coming into the side of the head. Some of those shots don't look great, though. Oh, driving a knee down. Against the ropes. Double axe handle. Going against the ropes again. He grabs. Oh, God, it's so good, isn't it? Against the ropes. Against the ropes. Third time. Bang. Oh. Grabs him. Undertaker with Stone Cold. And he's got Triple H. But they both throw in kicks to the midsection. This is the best Taker, said Frankie. What? Better than Dead Man? Come on. I'm not having that. I know there's loads of people that love American Badass, but come on. Better than Dead Man. It's amazing, though, that he managed to reinvent himself with a character, a gimmick change that was still so well accepted, but yet still so different. I suppose it's easier to go from crazy gimmick to something a bit more normal, biker gimmick, than it would be. Imagine if he was a biker, and then during the Attitude Era, he became like Dead Man. That would be harder, wouldn't it? I think going from wacky gimmick to normal, back to slightly wacky, is probably a bit more palatable. He just always knew what he needed to be. That he knew when to change. He seemed to have a good idea what he wanted to change to. Thankfully, he never changed into anything that really sucked. Imagine that if there was a period that was... I mean, he did wear snakeskin pants that one time. That sucked. But he only did that on one show. Shots coming in. Ministry Taker was the best, said Dr. Pina. Dead Man is the one, said Gareth. Back elbow there. Ministry Taker was a bit more theatrical. I got a soft spot for... Well, I think my favourite wrestling period for him is probably, you know, WrestleMania 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Even 24, his match with Edge is really good. I mean, that time period, special. That's a special time for Undertaker. It's a special time for Shawn as well. Shawn's doing great matches at that time. If I was to sit down and rewatch a period, I think I'd go to that period. That sort of, what is it? 08, 9, 10. It's kind of around that time period, isn't it? 08, I think, is 24. 25 is 09, 10 is 26, so it's around that time period. I think I'd go 08, 09, 10, 11, that kind of time for Undertaker. But I do love debut Undertaker, Dead Man Undertaker. Mortician. Because I was a kid, that's where my nostalgia lives. Do you remember Stone Cold Scott Hall? Yeah, of course, but yeah, that was WrestleMania 18, wasn't it? Sonny said, Daze, your card is 7 of pentagles. Upright. Focuses on long-term success, patience, and, well, you need patience. Trying to watch Evolve? Long-term success, patience, and evaluate in progress for sustainable investments. I don't even know what those words mean. Does it mean I'm super cute? If it means I'm super cute, then I'll take it. Right, we've got chair shot by Stone Cold's. Yeah, chair right into Kane. Now Triple H working on that arm. Guys, don't you dare blame me for this. I've got absolutely nothing to do with Evolve being a dumpster fire tonight. It might be a good show, but... apparently, I'm just not worthy of being allowed to watch it. Kane's wardrobe budget went from like $1 million to $10, said Frankie. Jay said, don't forget Edge was in that Supernatural-based show in that small town where he was a handyman. Oh, I don't think I know that. I'm not very good when it comes to like wrestlers being in TV shows and movies because, to be honest, I don't really follow them into that. Like, I couldn't list all the films The Rock's in or tell you what films John Cena's been in. Kicks coming in there by Stone Cold's. You're missing a King promo. Jerry the King Lawler. Did Evolve pop up for you? Well, I haven't looked. But to be honest with you, I don't think so, because they're live with this Best of Backlash, and I don't think you can do 2 streams at the same time. I don't think you can. Perhaps they changed it. I'm pretty sure that you couldn't in the past. Dave's thoughts on this Evolve show? Mate, love it. It reminds me of a lot of the Attitude Era. It was quite an announcement. Mind-blowing, says Hannah. How long has this stream been going? Does it? It doesn't even tell me. Hang on, maybe it does tell me. This stream has been going for nearly 12 hours. If I go back to the very beginning of the stream, it says 12 hours. But to be honest, it only saves 12 hours of footage. Guys, this has been going for 12 hours. There is absolutely no guarantee this stream is ending when this match ends. In fact, it probably isn't. Against the ropes, picks him up. He's got him on his shoulder. Stone Cold getting down on his feet. Kane in the corner, shoulder first. Stone Cold coming over. He's got Kane over, draped over that rope. He's trying to choke him out. Prehistoric said, why are they doing what they are doing on this show? It's beyond me. Kelly said, no, Days. This stream has been on for over a week. Has it? Has it? Well, it only saves 12 hours. So it'll only go back for the last 12 hours. You're telling me it's been on for a week? Yeah, it's probably ain't ending, is it? Well, I'm invested in this match. I'm sticking with this match. Once this match is done, we'll have a look, see if Evolve has appeared, and if not, then we'll walk away in tears. And then I'll have to see if I can find it and get some thoughts out about it. I don't know. Oh, God. Right now, we've got Kane on his knees. We've got Triple H standing over him. I've seen this before on multiple streams. When you did WrestleMania 9, I got confused because they were also running WrestleMania 5 stream at the same time, said B. N. Drake. What, you've seen it where they do run multiple ones? Kelly said, yeah, I've been watching it every day for a week or more. No way. Here's Kane trying to get over and make the tag, but Triple H has come in. Throwing in a shot there by Undertaker. Triple H goes down. Stone Cold with Kane. Dragging him over. Stomping away. Undertaker, Triple H on the outsides. Referee trying to get back into the ring. Stephanie really is not doing much here. She's really not got involved at all. Paul Heyman said, I am so impressed with Austin and Triple H. They have come together so well. Tag being made again. Against the ropes goes Stone Cold. Coming back. Side headlock there. Stone Cold. Oh, couldn't really pick up Kane, but he got him up to about there and dropped him down. Crowd is still lively. Is that blood? I think Undertaker's got a bit of blood on his forehead. So cool seeing World Wrestling Federation. It's weird, isn't it, how that apron doesn't say Backlash. It just says World Wrestling Federation on the sides. Boot coming up there by Kane. Triple H goes straight into that boot. He's down. See, Steph should be round. Steph should be round. Like, come on, Hunter. Come on, Triple H. Are you okay? Instead, she's just standing. What's she doing? She sucks. She sucks. She's not quite as bad as Couch Girl, but... Tag being made. Stone Cold coming in. Stone Cold with Kane. Kane going back over the other side. Against the ropes. Sleeper holds. It's in, but Kane's going to grab him. He's trying to pick him up. What is that dude doing in the crowd? There's a guy that's took his shirt off. He was standing. He's on the phone. Can you see him? He's like this. He's swinging a shirt around. I think he was trying to get someone's attention because I think he was on the phone. I think he's trying to find his friend. You can see him swinging it around. I think, honestly, is like, I'm over it. John, I'm twirling my boobs around. John, can you see me, John? Dude, you're on film forever doing that. He's doing it again. John. Pedigree. He's not even looking. He's not even looking at the camera. Stone Cold getting in, going for the cover. One. Just a one. Undertaker's like, I ain't messing around. I ain't sticking around for a 2 count, 2.9. One will do. Undertaker with a choke slam. Boom! Undertaker, right now, Stephanie's decided to wake up and do something. Stephanie on the outside of the ring. What's she doing? She's just... Oh, she's going to go... Oh, he pushed her! Oh, my God! He pushed her! 1, Kane, 2... shoulder up. Oh, my God. I don't remember her getting pushed. Oh, my God. Wow. Serious repercussions there. You can't put your hands on the $1 billion princess. And I'm not talking about William Hensey. Kane, Inzaguri, Triple H goes down. Is Evolve in the playlists at the moment? No. Daze, you're acting like you've missed WrestleMania. Dude, it's worse. Having seen WrestleMania this year, I'm more gutted right now at missing Evolve. Shots coming in there by Undertaker, and again, Undertaker is in. Bang, another big shot. Stone Cold getting back up to his feet. He gets thrown into Triple H. He goes down. Triple H goes face first. Pop, 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 pop. The best pure striker in the history of WWE. Pop, 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 going upstairs as well. Bang, he goes into the corner. Big clothesline. Look at him, man. Look at the work. Look at the work. You get a boot. You get a boot. You get a boot. Everyone's getting a boot. Kick to the midsection. Last rides. Last rides. Last rides. Triple H. What? No. No. Tag. Oh, no tag. No tag. Who's the legal man? Oh, my God. The ref didn't see the tag, so he's saying Kane is the legal man. Ref down. Oh, God, ref's down. Stunner. Stunner. Oh, my God, do you know what? I mean, imagine if we were doing watch-alongs for the Attitude Era, with the Attitude Era being now. It is like 1,000,000 miles an hour, isn't it? Like this, that, and that. Ref's down, stunner, kicks to the midsection. Stephanie not doing anything. Some dude twirling his boobs on the outside of the ring. Another big shot there. There's Steph. Has she given that tag belts? Okay, so Stone Cold and Undertaker are fighting in the crowds. Triple H has got the tag title. He's going to nail... How's this going to hurt him if he hits him in the face? I always thought this. Big boot. Big boot. Triple H down. Undertaker. Oh, mate. They're fighting in the crowds. Kane has got Triple H. Big boot. Stephanie down. Stephanie's dead. Oh, my God. Big boots. Mr. McMahon's in there. He gets caught. Sledgehammer. Bang. Oh, God. And Stephanie's still down. And Vince is in there. And Vince gets out the ring. What about your daughter, Vince? What about your daughter? Where's he gone? He's getting the ref. He's getting the ref. Triple H going for the cover. Here's the ref. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Steph on the outside. Vince with Steph. Vince has got Steph. He's helping her to the back. And she's just like, hasn't got a flipping clue where she is. In her world, Evolve is being shown. Tag titles changing hands. Oh God, that was a war. What did Meltzer give that? What was the consensus on that? The 2-man power trip have all the golds. Dun-dun-dun. Oh my God, he gave that 3 stars. You absolute boomer. 3 stars? 3 stars? That was better than... I had way more fun with that than 3 stars. 3 stars? Flipping 3 stars. That was AEW and it was in the Tokyo Dome. It would be flipping 23 stars. Right. Has my messages worked? I've messaged Triple H. I've messaged TKO. And the answer is no. I have the same influencing power as a 6-month-old baby. So, unfortunately, we have made what I like to call 0 progress. We've wasted our time. I hate WWE. And this is a flipping sham. SGT Car said that match was definitely 5 stars. It was fun, honestly. Did you not message WWE? I did. But it turns out I'm very easy to ignore. It's very easy. This community that we've built is very easy to just dismiss. So, yeah. It turns out I've got the pulling power of a baby tortoise. Hope you guys get to see it eventually, said Dr. Luchalala. Well, so do I, bud. So do I. If I knew that it was about to be uploaded or was about to be shown or something, I would stick around. And I'm fairly confident the second that I end this stream, it is going to be shown. I'll tell you the other serious problem I've got, and that is there is a huge announcement. They said there was. It's aired. I don't want the spoilers. So I need to watch the show. Can I watch it on Watch Wrestling? Guys, I don't like using Watch Wrestling because it's illegal. But, God, do you know what? They might not even bother with Evolve. No, they don't. Even Watch Wrestling that have just, LFG, Dark Side of the Ring, flipping, anything that's wrestling related. Anything wrestling related, they show, but they don't show Evolve. Well, actually, they do show Evolve. They have got it from last week, but they have not got this week's. So could it actually get uploaded soon? You can click on full show, but oh God, it's such a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, see, they want to use your personal data and all this sort of stuff. It's like, oh God. Oh God. That is the downside, isn't it? When you go onto something like Watch Wrestling, they're like, this random website would like your personal data. And it's like, well, I would rather they didn't. Who do you want to win out of John Cena or Randy? In my opinion, I think Cena's going to win by DQ, said Savage. Well, yeah, I think Cena as well. How about you just keep doing this until the Backlash event finishes? Well, apparently it's been going a week. Evolve is lacking the reality bit this week. It's certainly lacking the show aspect. That is very true. Oh, God. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to go and just wait for it to get uploaded onto Watch Wrestling, but I don't know when that's going to happen. And I can't really be going through social... Oh, God, it's a nightmare, this is. I tell you, honestly, if this is like going to happen like this again next week, then the Evolve streams might be coming to an end, might they? Because, I mean, it just doesn't work, does it? It just doesn't work. Unless I can get a VPN and sign up for Tubi. How much is Tubi? How much is Tubi in America? Let me know. Does anyone know? How much is it? I don't think I can search Tubi. Free. It's free. How's it free? No, do you have to watch adverts? Tubi is completely free. Oh, well, that's my favorite price. I've checked my finances. I can afford that. Tubi is free. Do a WCW watch party, said SGT Car. Well, we are, I think, at the end of our journey for this stream. Yeah, but you have to watch ads. Well, I tell you what, maybe that's the way forward then. I'm hoping that it's just a one-off this week and someone's just botched and, gaffed. But, yeah. Well, I can only apologise. On behalf of Triple H, TKO, the Evolve wrestlers, Stevie Turner, who else? Ava, Shawn Michaels, YouTube. I don't know who else to apologise on behalf of. Vince, Hulk Hogan, they should probably get some apologies in. There's not much we could have done. I don't know what this means for Unseen either. This is like a nightmare scenario because I don't really want to be spoiling stuff without seeing it because, well, I'd sort of like to watch the show. I kind of feels like the show has built up to this huge announcement, and now here we are going. So I'd sort of just like to watch. I think we're just gonna have to wait for Watch Wrestling to upload it, aren't I? So, lol. Okay, well there we go. I'm gonna run away. It was moved to the Vault channel. Well, I looked at the Vault channel when it first started and it wasn't there. Hang on. I was literally saying my goodbyes. Let me have a look. No, it wasn't. I looked when it first didn't show if they'd done that, but it's not there. They should move it to the flipping Vault channel, to be honest with you, because the WWE channel is not... It's not working, is it? This was still a better stream than the Floyd Mayweather event. That is true. That is a really good point, actually. I feel better about it now. I don't feel like this was a complete waste of time because I think you just made an excellent point there. We've definitely done worse streams than this. Daze, how about Netflix? Really good app, buds. I really enjoy it. I think it's worth the money, but not something that's for everyone. Right, yes, I'm going to run away. Thanks a lot for joining us. If you watched Evolve, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I know your pain, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.